King safety, one of the most important concepts in chess. And we all know this thing that if the king gets checkmated, then the game is over. That's why one of the opening principles is that we need to take care of our king by castling. But sometimes what happens, after castling, we forget about our king and we start playing something else. And during that period of time, our opponent might mobilize his pieces towards our king, and there will be some time where we cannot really save our king. And that's what something happens in the game which I'm going to show you. Here in this game, white player castled, he followed the opening principles and everything, but after some time when it comes to the maneuvering of the pieces of playing active, he did not play like that. He played on the back foot, and in that meantime, black player just launched the attack, and in the end he sacrificed his queen to checkmate his opponent in a beautiful way. So guys, let's start with this game. But before we go further, I would like to say that don't forget to like this video, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to my channel if you are new here. Okay, so the game starts with d4. Here white player is Flohr and black player's name is Pitschak. This game was played in 1930, guys. Okay, black plays knight f6. White also develops a piece, knight f6, knight f3, e6 is played, white plays knight to d2. Fair enough, until now everything is normal. c5 is played in order to put some pressure in the center of the board. Okay, now white supports the pawn by playing e3, and now black plays a very interesting move, that is b6. By playing b6, he is developing a piece on this diagonal. Okay, so white plays bishop to d3, then bishop comes on b7. As they say, like when you say a, we need to say b. So b6 was played, so we need to play bishop b7. Okay, fair enough. Now white castles in this position. So you can understand that white is following all the opening principles here. He has controlled the center. Okay, he has developed his pieces as quickly as possible. Then he safeguarded his king also by casting. But now what happens is, like, after some time he starts drifting to the different side of the board. Okay, so black plays bishop e7, developing a piece. White plays c4, now castles. Now white also thought, like, okay, I need to develop my piece on c1, so he plays b3. Okay, then black plays d5, and now queen to c2. Fair enough, this queen is and the bishop both are attacking here on this h7 square. Okay, so now knight comes on c6 square. The idea is quite clear that black wants to play knight b4 and maybe exchange the bishop, because we know this thing that if we get bishop pair, then we might get some advantage in the position, and especially when your opponent's bishop is active, it makes sense to exchange that bishop. Okay, so white plays a3, a very viable option, because now knight b4 is stopped. Here black seizes his opportunity and captures on d4. Why is he capturing there? It will be revealed in just a few moments. So here any normal player might have gone for knight into d4 or even e into d4. This was also a possibility in this position, and the game will go on like this. You can capture here, then okay, there are three options here. Knight into c4 is also one of the options, but if you capture knight into d4, knight into d4, queen into d4, then I will say like bishop b2, and white will be getting lot of play here. First of all, you can see that bishop into f6 followed by bishop into h7 is also one of the threats, so black needs to play something like queen h4, and after knight to e3 or even knight e5, I will say that black is good, but white is also holding on to the position even after being a pawn down. Okay, because of the activity of the pieces, nothing else. Okay, so here white thought like why to give up the pawn, and he played c into d5. Fair enough, now white is trying to get the pawn or something like that, but black plays queen d5, a very intelligent move, because now the queen and the bishop are in the same diagonal. And just to let you know, like when the queen is in front of the bishop, okay, as this is the case here, it is called as the battery in chess. And you know this thing that if the bishop is aiming towards the opponent's king, then definitely the bishop is powerful, but if it is combined with the queen, then it becomes like a very powerful weapon for you. And now here knight d4 is going to be a blunder because of the battery which I was talking about. What will you play here? Yes, exactly, knight into d4 will be coming, and after e into d4 there will be simply queen into g2, check and mate. So the deadly threat is there, and the knight on f3 cannot really move in this position. Okay, so now white plays e into d4, and now comes knight into d4. So now you can understand this thing just by delaying the little bit, you can say, the development from the white side, he has ended up in a difficult situation. What he should have done, we'll be looking at in the end, but for now we'll see that the queen is being attacked. Okay, so the queen goes to b1 square. Now he plays rook f d1, a very interesting move, because now the simple idea is to capture on f3. He will capture here and the queen will be capturing on d3. Just to let you know, like, just suppose we play bishop b2, which is a mistake, I know. Why? Because knight into f3, knight into f3 and queen into d3, and black will be getting a piece in this position. So I hope that you have understood the thread. So here, in order to support the bishop on d3 as well as the pawn on g2, he plays knight e1. Fair enough. Both the pawns both the things are defended in this position. Now black plays queen h5. He is going towards the h2 square, because until now the knight was on f3 and it was protecting the pawn on h2. So he goes for the h2 square. Now bishop b2, black white is just developing a piece, thinking that nothing will happen. Okay, but everything is going to happen here. Bishop d6, pointing towards the h2 square. Now he plays g3, a very normal move. Okay, here obviously h3 was also one of the possibilities in this position. I'm not denying that thing, but bishop into g2 is also one of the good ideas here. If king into g2 is played, then we can play queen g5 check. If the king goes away, then we can capture on this d2 to recover the piece, or we have this queen to f4 going to miss. This is the threat of queen to h2 check and mate. So white can defend the threat by playing knight f3, but we know this thing, that knight into f3, knight into f3, queen into f3, king g1, and okay, the game is going to get over very soon, because queen h2 is also going to come on the board and it will be very difficult position for white. Okay, so now h3 is not a possibility, so he plays g3, thinking that he might save, but now we can see this bishop diagonal is opened up, and now h2 is still can be attacked by the next move, that is knight g4. Now here white thought that maybe he can just defend the position by playing h4 and everything is blocked, because nobody will think that in this position that black is going to sacrifice the queen. But as you can see that this bishop is there, this bishop is there, the knight is also there. It means that there is something, some kind of sacrifice is going to come, and there should be some kind of checkmate on the board, because this queen is also there. Okay, so many pieces. So here black plays amazing move, queen into h4, completely unexpected move from white side, I'll guess so, because after g into h4, bishop h2 is going to be a check and mate. And when it happens, like you checkmate your opponent with just minor pieces, it's a bliss. Okay, and even if he doesn't capture here, if he plays any random move, let's suppose he plays bishop into d4, then queen h2 or queen h1 is going to be a checkmate. So here black is just going to win. So that's why after queen into h4, white just resigned. I guess I hope guys you have enjoyed this game, and if you have enjoyed, then don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel if you are new here. Thank you very much for watching this video. We'll be meeting very soon with some interesting thing. Till that moment, take care, goodbye, and love you all.